Yo, what it do, boys? Your boy Youngest in Charge. I'm gonna give you guys a little concept, break this shit down so you understand it. The problem with the rap game and most of these artists and signing deals. Okay? First thing you need to understand is clout does not equal money. Just because someone has 1 million followers does not mean they have $1 million. Or just because you see somebody online with a chain and a watch or all this shit, they're in LA doing this, doesn't mean they have any money, bro. Okay? That's the first thing you need to understand. Two, I just saw this because I saw an El Snappo video and I was curious, so I did some research on his deal, right? So El Snappo, he's a rapper from Florida. He signed to 300 Entertainment, right? Apparently when he got signed, he said that he got $300,000 as an advance. So that's the problem with these rappers, whether it's $300,000 or $1 million. Once the label gives you that money, so say, we'll just stick to El Snappo's example. When he signed his deal, he got $300,000 as an advance, okay? I don't know what he did it on, but he probably spent it on a new crib, some chains, some cars or whatever. But then you have to realize this. For one, when you get a loan from an advance from a music label, that is not a loan. The IRS does not consider it a loan. It considers it taxable income. And you're in the highest earning bracket. So you're paying close to like what? 25%, 30% taxes with state and Fed taxes. So that 300,000 is already clipped to like 200,000 just off the rip, off taxes. Then, the label wants you to, invest in your image. Nobody's not going to get a deal and not invest in their image because that's part of the rap game. That's why another problem I have with the rap game. It's just too much cash heavy, bro. Too cash heavy. In the end, it's really structured for the labels to win and the labels to eat off you, not for artists to eat. But two, so he has that 300,000. You got to pay that tax. So remember that you got to pay about 100,000 in taxes. So now he's going to be down to 200,000. Okay, and he's going to buy some shit. So maybe he buys $175,000 worth of jewelry, cars, whatever. Next, so now he's down to close to like $125,000. Okay, now here's the kicker, bro. The label, when you sign a deal, the label, it's guaranteed to recoup the money they fronted you, they advanced you. So that $300,000 they gave El Snappo, he has to pay them back. Okay, and standard record contracts, labels always get at least 75%. Most of the time they're doing 80 to 85% split on the royalties. They get 85%, you get 15% as an artist for your royalty splits. And the recoupment does not come out of the label split. It only comes out of your split. So that 300,000 that the label has to recoup, it comes all from your little small 15%, your 15% amount of revenue, if that makes sense to you guys. So if you have a bunch of songs out, the label's making money off you, but you're not making a dime yet until they recoup. And since they're only recouping off your small 15%, your songs have to generate about $1.5 million before the label recoups. That's pretty big, bro, especially for an artist like El Snappo, which is what made me even search his thing, because I'm like, man, this dude looks like he's been in the same spot like 2 years. But that's probably why, because he hasn't recouped. The label ain't recouped from him yet. 300,000 as an advance, you got to pay back from your percentages. So how long do you think it's going to take for him to generate $1.5 million in revenue from streams? I told you guys, or go look this up. Spotify pays you like $1 for, or $4 for every 1,000 streams. So, wait, $4 for every 1,000 streams, is that right? It might have been down like $3 to $4. So you need a bunch of streams to get $1.5 million. You need close to like 100 million some streams. That's a lot of fucking streams, bro, especially for an artist like El Snappo. Now, an artist like Lil Baby, that's why I say Lil Baby has made some money because his music is kind of mainstream. But an artist like El Snappo or most of these local artists or artists bro, they're not really doing that. That's why you see a lot of these guys fall off because they haven't recouped. The label ain't been able to recoup off of them yet. That's a lot of fucking streams to get to be able to pay your artist back. Pay your label back. And then also this, when these artists are doing projects and songs, the label pays up front for the videos, any like hotel stays or out of town trips. And then they also pay for like features. But the thing is, all that is billed back to the artist. Artist has to pay back the label for any money they spend on features, any money they spend on traveling, any money they spend on, I don't think they got to pay marketing fees back, but any money they spend on the artist, like with features or shit like that, that is taxed to the artist. And you know how much other artists charge for features, right? So if El Snappo, I think El Snappo got a Boss Man D-Lo feature. I don't know though. He probably paid like 20, 30,000 for that. And you hear artists all the time saying, oh, they pay out of their pocket. That's independent artists. So I say, if you're trying to get in the rap game, bro, you better already be rich, my nigga. Unless you're trying to be a bitch and sell out and go sign to the label. But I won't recommend that. But the whole point, he's got to recoup that 300,000 advance by doing 1.5 million in sales. 1.5 million in sales. 15% of that is like 300,000, right? Or 30%, close to it. So that's why I get that number. That's how much sales he needed to get 15% of the what he was advanced, and then he could start making money. But again, there's another thing. When they pay for features, when they pay for traveling, shit like that, videos, that gets added to your bill. So now, even after he's recouped, which could take 5 years for an artist like El Snappo to really generate hundreds of millions of streams, I don't even think he's close to that. But he still has a bill for all the fucking the features and shit, bro. So he's got to pay that. And then the third thing is, labels sign you based on like obligations. So if you sign a contract, El Snappo, I think obligation, he had one album he signed for, and then 3 to 4 options. Okay, 3 to 4 options basically means when you sign to a label and you drop a project, he dropped that one project that he was guaranteed to, but the label has an option to require him to drop another album or another song. And they have up to 3 options, so they can require El Snappo to drop 4 times before he could be released from his contract. Now also, the label decides what you can put out. So if the label does not like your music, you're trying to drop songs, or you worked really hard on the album and they don't like it, they can decline to allow your album to go live. And then for one, you didn't complete your contract. So you're gonna have to keep recording. You can't leave the label until you fulfilled your contract. But the label can play you. They can decline songs you're giving them, saying they're not studio quality or industry quality. That's another clause. So you see how the label just fucking plays with dudes all day long? They're really the ones making money, bro. And then why you have all this shit, like when it comes to like the Lil Durks or the King Vons, the labels love signing guys like this because they generate so much attention. It's like free publicity. They're getting rich off those guys. And then those guys end up in prison. The label ends up rich. And it just repeat and recycle and repeat. Rinse and repeat of the same fucking process. So do you guys see what's the problem with these record deals? How a lot of these artists are not as good as you think they're sounding? Yeah, they have the money from their advance. They have the shit they bought from their advance. But you can see how somebody has a Lamborghini, a bunch of chains, a nice house, and still be in debt. I told you guys this in the last video about a lot of rappers have to do shit, bro. That's the problem with it. They might have some stuff. It looks like they have some stuff. But again, it's all fake, bro. It's all owned by somebody else. It's all borrowed money that they all have to pay back. So that's why you guys see these rappers so much. Like on doing these stupid ass interviews, bro. I would never go do a 20v1. That shit's stupid. It's like, what the fuck? Do you not have no self-esteem, or like all these like little media bullshit? That's why you see these rappers doing shit. That's one thing I hated about rap, was actually rapping, bro. I'm not trying to go perform in front of the camera. I don't give a fuck about that shit like that, bro. But that's what these artists are signed for. That's what they get their money for. To make it look like they're rich, bro. It's all just a front, G. It's all just a front. Ooh, so that's the problem with signing record deals. That's why a lot of these artists end up broke down the line. They look like they came on, and then people are like, oh, he fell off. Well, it's because the label is designed that way. It's designed that way. They want you to fall off, basically. The label has a lot of control over it. You saw NBA YoungBoy, like, before the problems he was facing with his label, bro, Atlantic. They was declining a lot of his songs, and they weren't letting him out of his contract. I think Money Man said he had a problem with it, but he bought himself out. I don't know how real that is, bro, because that just sounds kind of foo to me. Like, why even sign a contract? Why sign a contract with Birdman that you know had issues like paying Lil Wayne? And then, like, why would you go sign to him? But I guess it was what it was. Maybe he just needed the push. That's why, me personally, I don't give a fuck about being an artist, bro. The money ain't right in being an artist. Spotify pays you $4 fucking for 1,000 streams, bro. That ain't shit. I personally think the best way to go about being an artist, if I ever started doing music again, is the way Boosie says to do it. You see, Boosie, he used to sell his movies and shit on Tubi. But recently he said he's noticed that Tubi ain't even paying them, bro. They're paying artists, like, they're paying the creators like 5% of the total income generated. Same with Spotify. They're paying you pennies for everybody uploading. So the best thing to do is just to make your own website, bro. That's what I'm going to start doing. I think when I do music again, or if I do music again, I'm going to make my own website, and you're going to have to come to my website to buy the song for $1. Like MC Hammer, bro. He told us this back in the fucking 90s or early 2000s. This is how you make money, selling shit out your trunk. Like, you don't want to fuck with Spotify and these labels, bro. They're just taxing you. They're extorting you, really. Like, if you can build a fan base, genuinely, then you can really make more money. The problem with the label is people want to, like, seem hyped up. They want to be like, oh, I'm so big, I made it. They want to appear bigger than they actually are. But that comes with a cost. That comes with a huge cost, bro. If you got this label pouring millions of dollars into you, you don't think they want that shit back? They coming for that ass, boy. You're not just getting $2-3 million and running off in the wind. Well, that's the last thing I want to talk about. Some artists do get signed and try to run off with the money. Then the label can sue you. The label can sue you for breach of contract, seize all your assets, take all the money, and you're broke. So you don't want a label controlling you and your money and your destiny, bro. That's the whole point of this video. I know these rappers seem like they're on, but it's just quick, fake success, bro. Of course, if a label or somebody pours millions of dollars into you, everyone's gonna know you. You're gonna look like you're the next biggest star, but it's all rented, it's all borrowed, and you're gonna owe it back. The bill is always gonna come back on your ass, bro. It's not free money. These guys aren't just hella known. It's just somebody behind the scenes pouring loads of money into it to make more money back. And a lot of the time, the artists are not in the favor with these record deals or these labels. The labels are the ones who are making the most money. It's in favor for the label. You can tell that just by the clauses. Go read some of these artist contracts, bro. They're getting 10% of their streaming royalties. And you guys hear about 360 deals. 360 deals are basically when a label can recoup off other income streams that an artist has besides just streaming royalties. So if you're signed to a 360 deal, I bad y'all. It's basically so the label can recoup instead of just off that. How I told you guys earlier with the El Snapple example, 300,000, he had to make 1.5 to recoup. The label, if he was signed to a 360 deal, the label can recoup off his streaming royalties. They can recoup off his shows, his show revenue, his touring revenue. They can recoup off his merch. They can recoup off anything that he makes money doing. They can recoup off his features. So that's why people say, oh, you got signed to a 360 deal and it's like bad, is because in a 360 deal, the label can recoup their money from all ways that you earn money as an artist. So it's basically like saying that an artist basically got fronted money and then they can't earn anything, which is pretty common, bro. A lot of labels do that, and you can't blame them, bro. Like if I'm investing $1 million into a junkie, bro, a lot of these rappers are junkies and they're high risk people. So if I'm investing $1 million into somebody like a fucking junkie, like I'm not gonna have no protection. So I understand the labels, bro. And people are talking about the insurance policies and all that, bro. Every label is going to have an insurance policy on their artists. Like, you're not going to put $1 million into somebody and just forfeit the bag like that. These labels know these guys are high risk. They're high risk to end up getting shot in the streets or in prison or die over an overdose. That's why they put fucking insurance policies on them, so they can get some of the money they spent back on them. You guys are crazy if you think that someone's just going to spend all that money on a motherfucker. They go die and then it's just like, oh, okay, it's gone. Like, bro, this is all about business. It's called the music business for a reason. It's not fucking love and hip hop. It's the music biz. So understand the business before you get into it. I didn't understand it when I first got into it, but I mean, I had to learn. There was no other way to learn besides for me to get into it. And what I personally realized is just like it costs too much money to do music, and the money that you're not getting the money back. So it's impossible almost to do music as an independent artist nowadays because there's such a monopoly, especially on the streaming services. Like Spotify and all these big labels, they own a big percentage in Spotify and all these streaming platforms. So they're getting paid anyway. There's only crumbs left for the artist unless you're selling it yourself. So my whole thing with artists, bro, and music, if you're gonna do it on your own time, sell it on your own website. I remember when I was doing videos, bro, I'm paying like $5,000-$6,000 to shoot a video, and then I'm just putting it on YouTube for free. It's like, what the fuck? Like, at least a motherfucker needs to pay for this. Like a fucking movie. And go to the movie theater and watch it. Like, there's got to be something else besides just putting it on Spotify and putting it on YouTube so people can watch it for free, especially compared to how much money it costs to make. So that's my problem with music. I don't think it's the best investment unless you're like a really talented artist, bro. But a lot of niggas nowadays, we know niggas ain't talented like that, bro. Niggas just have the image. Niggas just like can generate a lot of media attention by doing dumb shit. So that's why you see a lot of like dumb rappers nowadays, because they generate attention, and attention is money. Attention is free money, basically. If the label doesn't have to spend money on the labels didn't have to spend money marketing King Von, bro. He was doing so much dumb shit. You heard about him every week. Or Pooh Shiesty. You don't gotta market Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty markets himself by being stupid. That's most of these rappers, bro. They market themselves by being stupid. That's why the label signs them. I'd sign him too. Shit, you don't gotta spend, I don't gotta spend $500,000 on marketing for this artist. He's just gonna go kill someone like Teke, go on the run and make a video and generate 100 million views, bro, for free. And then he'll end up in prison and I get to collect 85% of it. Ching ching. You see what I'm saying? See how this shit is rigged against you? So be smart, start a business, fuck that rap shit unless you're doing it independently. That's the only time I'll support music is if you're doing it independently and you're getting your full percentages and your full check. Then I can respect that shit. But if you're letting the label pimp you out, bro, fuck that, man. You're not a real man to me. You another man's man. You another man's boy, bro. Guys, this is, I don't know if I'm gonna put it in. This is why I say this shit about rappers, bro. Like, literally. Another rapper sentenced to 10 years, bro. Wiz Having. I don't know if you guys know him, but I remember he was just free like 2 years ago, bro. 10 years in prison. This is how all these artists end up, prison or dead. Like, it's all bullshit, bro. That's why I keep trying to explain to you guys about this music industry, bro. Just go through all the artists, bro. Start looking at them. Like, I know you guys got to see the same shit I'm seeing, bro. Most of these niggas are getting locked up or end up dead. Like, that's not the move. Like, that's why I say these guys have been lying to you. They used to lie to me. I used to believe them, bro. Good thing I don't no more. It's like, damn, this whole rap shit to me is just like bullshit, bro. I feel like it's a bunch of grown kids. And my problem with it is that I feel like it teaches you, it makes people think that they can get rich without improving their behavior or proving their ways. Like, you can't just go from a street dude to rich overnight. It doesn't work that way. You got to change some of your mindset, bro. Because everything's a mindset thing, bro. If you have $1 million, but you're still a street dude like Vaughn or Dirk, or most of these rappers, they don't ever change their mindset when they get the money. So I don't know if I'm gonna blame the label for this shit. I should just blame the rappers for not changing their mind. Because you got rappers like Chief Keef, bro. I think that is why Chief Keef gets so much respect, like, as an artist, I feel like, around the world, because of how he's became able to get successful and like leave all the bullshit behind. But all these other rappers, bro, clowns, bro. Clowns. They always end up in prison just because they're clout chasing. So I'm saying most niggas are not even talented. Like, most of these niggas can't even rap. Like, they're just talking about, like, FS the Bender, bro. The dude from Philly, or most of those dudes from Philly, YBC Duel. Like Lil Jeff, bro. Like, all these dudes do is rap about murders or shit they're doing in the streets. And like I told you guys, labels love signing these guys because that's free publicity. That's free marketing. Like, if you have a normal artist that isn't rapping about murders and this and that, they're just a normal guy trying to grind. Like, if you had a guy that's working a construction job, just rapping about day-to-day struggles or day-to-day life, like, oh yeah, I got a kid now and all this, you know how much money you'd have to put into that person for, like, everyone to view them as like everyone want to watch and pay attention to them? You'd have to put a lot. Like, you'd have to put a lot of money into that person. But a person like King Von that's just going to go out or Lil Jeff, a person like Lil Jeff, it's an easy sign, bro. Because he's talking about murders. Who's not going to tap in and listen to that? You see what I'm saying? That's why I say I think being a label owner is the move, not being an artist. Because artists get fucked over too much. So you just need to look. Or Gucci Mane. They're like, oh, Gucci only signs crash outs, bro. Crash outs are what's selling, bro. This is the music business. Okay? The music business. People trying to get paid. I already told y'all Pooh Shiesty, bro. Like, you don't got to market a nigga like Pooh Shiesty. Gucci is eating off Pooh Shiesty right now while Pooh Shiesty is in prison, bro. He's trying to drop all these songs, which is cool, bro. But Gucci eating off that, bro. You did all that dumb shit, and Gucci just sit back like this, bro, watching the checks. You see what I'm saying? Gucci smart, bro. Everyone trying to talk like Gucci snitch and all that, bro. Like, for one, y'all won't go tell Gucci that to his face. He'd probably shoot you in the fucking face, probably. Two, it's like, Gucci's rich, bro. Which one do you want to be? Do you want to be rich or do you want to be in prison? Y'all like, oh, Pooh, he did the right thing, bro. He's in prison, bro. Like, what side are you trying to be on? Are you trying to be rich or are you trying to be in prison, bro? Gucci did the right thing, bro. Like, what else is he gonna do? Niggas pull up on me with some straps like, you want to be released, bro? All right. But we all know how this shit gonna go. Like, y'all saying Gucci snitched, but it's like, I mean, y'all acting like he at the police station, like giving them updates or asking for updates. Like, hey, what's up with that Pooh Shiesty case? Hey, you guys need to charge him. Like, the police already knew, bro. There was other witnesses there. Like, y'all acting like Gucci's going out of his way to snitch, bro. He's a legal business owner that was involved with in a robbery that other people were there with. Like, it's not like he's voluntarily just going down to the police station to try to give them information or find out if they've done anything on the case. They already knew about it and they came to Gucci to ask him what happened. What do y'all want him to do? Oh, nothing happened, nothing happened. He's a fucking business owner. He's not a street dude no more. This was legal business. So that's what happens in legal business. And even still, I don't think he went to go find the cops. It's not like he was out looking to go find the cops. Like, hey, you need to go arrest Shiesty, bro. They already knew because there was an off-duty police officer there, and there was other cameramen and shit there. There were other victims. They probably told. You don't think the police are gonna ask Gucci? Those people was with Gucci. That was Gucci's entourage that got robbed. Besides him too, he got robbed, but his entourage got robbed too, and they were white people. The white people are gonna tell. And what is Gucci gonna do? I don't know nothing about it. I mean, bro, he's a rich, legal business owner. I'm not gonna do that either, bro. Yeah, them niggas came up here. I'll tell them exactly. The shit was on camera, bro. Big 30s, bit dumbass recorded it, bro. So to say Gucci snitching is stupid. Them old niggas recorded themselves robbing these people, bro. So they're the problem, bro, not Gucci. Gucci was coming to handle business as usual, and Pooh Shiesty did some dumb shit, bro. Now, I still fuck with Pooh Shiesty. I wish he'll get out and hopefully be able to turn his shit around, but that was a dumb move, G. That was a dumb move. So you guys can't be sitting here calling Gucci a snitch, bro. All those idiot ass, like all those stupid Chicago dudes. I think most of those Chicago dudes are goofies, bro. Because they all just like suck each other's dick. They all suck Dirk's dick or whoever's up Bond's dick. It's like, why do you even mention another man? Like the 600 Breezes or those goofies, Memos. It's like, oh, Dirk's my brother. It's like, bro, why do you have to bring up another man's name to say who you are? Or like, I'm Dirk's homie. It's like, bro, who are you though? Like, what have you done? You can't just say, oh, I'm Dirk's homie. It's like, bro, what does that mean though? We know who Lil Durk is, but who are you? You're just a dick rider, a dick muncher. Groupies. A lot of dudes are groupies because the streets don't pay. So a lot of dudes in the streets, they'll just follow whoever has the money because they don't got no money. They don't understand nothing but doing dumb shit. Or the OT. Oh, and then the whole snitching situation with Dirk, bro. I told you guys that in the other video, bro. Your brothers, all that shit is just stupid to me, bro. 20 niggas together doing crimes. It's like somebody's gonna snitch. Do your fucking dirt alone. I told you guys that already. You don't need 20 other niggas with you. What do you think is gonna happen when those other 20 niggas get questioned? They got kids, they got family, they got parents, they got people telling them, hey, we want to see you again, bro. Ain't nobody just gonna go down for you like you guys think they are. No matter how much money you have. Eventually somebody, when they're in that cell, they're gonna be thinking about their family, their kids, their wife, or whatever. They're gonna be like, yeah, this shit wasn't worth it. Because it really wasn't worth it. None of it was worth it. That's the fact. That's the truth. So the truth is going to come to some people's brains and they're going to tell on you. Dirk, you should have did your dirt alone, G. Told y'all boys that. Wow, that shit got long ago, guys. Sorry about that. Hope you guys learned something, understood that point, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, let's get it.